So let's have a look at 2025. I say this with a little bit of trepidation. This is take number 27, I think. This is proving a little bit more difficult. Why? There's a lot more going on internationally than is typical. So before I get too deep into this, my name isn't followed by a whole bunch of letters saying I'm a professional economist, prognosticator, accountant, or any of those things. This is simply a guy who was born and bred in this city. Not many realtors can say that. I have seen a lot of ebb flows in the marketplace. And over the last few years, when I gaze into my crystal ball, I've been reasonably accurate. This year, it's a bit more of the magic 8 ball because of external influences. Now, the international influences, as scary as they can sound up front, typically don't amount to much. We have gone through tariffs being placed on us in the past. They're generally short term, come to an agreement, move on, and we just see a blip on the radar. So I'm going to set the international stuff aside because, quite frankly, we've got no control over that. And there's no real guessing as to where things will exactly head right now. So, all things being equal, based upon the trends of the last few years, I still see things flattening out. In other words, getting to a more balanced market, which favors everybody. People think realtors, when the market is booming, do well. It's not always the case because one side or the other generally is behind the 8 ball. Whereas a balanced market, everybody can stand to gain. So the spring is the busiest time of the market by far for activity. Why? Because that Christmas, New Year season has ended. We pay off our credit cards with a little luck. And there's no real major interruption with a blip over Easter until the summer when we start turning to summer holidays. So this is the time of year people's minds turn to housing and real estate. And generally what happens is you see a lot more homes coming onto the market. There's a lot more sales, and they're typically the bulk of the price gains happen in those first 6 months. Generally starting at the end of January and ending mid to end of May, though in the last few years it's pushed into June. I see that to be the case again this year. I don't think we're going to see, I know we're not going to see the frenzy we did last year or even the year before that, because those were exceptional stress on the supply part of the market, and that's what drove up prices. This year, as we enter a more balanced market, I still think the prices are going to increase, though not as dramatically as they did before. There's going to be more choice, more supply, so we're going to be entering that balance. As we entered the end of last year, there was a very sharp line at the $600,000 mark. Excuse me. So if you're at 600,000 and above, you're pretty much in a balanced market. The supply and demand was nearing balance. Yes, it was a seller's market in some areas, but overall, there was more balance. The most affordable areas are city center, the north and the northeast part of Calgary, but ironically, because they were the most affordable, they saw the biggest price gains and more sales. So like I say, everything's starting to balance out. So this spring market, I see we're going to have more opportunities to purchase because there's going to be more supply, more listings, and the new home builders are doing their part, bringing on more supply as well. And I think the sales we're going to start to see increasing as well. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that they started lowering interest rates in the middle of last year. That has helped quite a bit. So that's brought more and more people out of the woodwork. So this spring, I think, is going to be quite good. And I think by the fall, we might even see more balance than we did before. So I don't think things are going to be scary. I think we're going to have a really healthy market this year. And if you're looking to sell, opportunity is great. It's going to be a lot more people in the market because of the interest rates. And if you're looking to buy, there's going to be a lot more listings with which to choose, and the lower interest rates are going to make it more affordable for you. So I feel 2025 overall is going to be an excellent year for real estate. Got any questions? Contact information is all over this. If you didn't see my 2024 review, it's up there. We'll talk to you guys soon.